Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam. Francis Suarez has suspended his presidential campaign, and Francis Suarez is the mayor of Miami, which is a very important city in a very beautiful state. I'm talking about Miami, Florida. Dropping out of the race does not mean that he cannot run again in the future. He definitely can. Mayor Suarez is a relatively young person, and he most certainly can run for the office of the president again in the future if he wants to. I believe that there is a time for everything, and perhaps now is not the time for Mayor Suarez to run for president. And I think that a big part of the decision-making process might have been the fact that Mayor Suarez was not able to reach the debate stage. And I'm talking about the presidential debate, the first presidential debate of the 2024 election cycle. And this debate was the one that took place in the city of Milwaukee, in the state of Wisconsin, on August the 23rd. There were 8 Republican candidates on stage: Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, U.S. Senator Tim Scott, businessman Vivek Ramaswamy, former U.S. Ambassador to the UN Nikki Haley, former Vice President Mike Pence, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. They were the 8 candidates on the debate stage for the debate that took place in Milwaukee just recently. And Francis Suarez, the mayor of Miami, he was not on the debate stage. And those who were on the stage that night, on the night of the 23rd, those candidates, these 8 candidates, got a lot of attention. And they got the opportunity to discuss their policy positions and not being able to make it to the debate stage. So Francis Suarez, the mayor of Miami, he was not on the debate stage. And I think that really might have impacted his campaign in a negative way, because he did not get the attention that the other participants who qualified for the debate, they got. And so I guess that turned out to be an issue for the Suarez campaign, which is why perhaps I'm guessing that may be one of the reasons why he dropped out of the presidential race. Now, I personally think that Mayor Suarez made the right decision. Now may not be the time for him to run for president. I think he should focus on the job that he has right now, which is an extremely important job. Being the mayor of Miami in the state of Florida, it's an extremely important position, and local government is extremely important. And as I said, being the mayor of Miami, he has a lot of important work to do, and I believe that's what he should focus on right now. And in the future, hopefully, there will be an opportunity for him to run again for the office of the U.S. president. So now let's talk about Florida. There is a storm that's heading towards the state of Florida. And if you have been following the news, you probably know about it already. It's a hurricane named Idalia. And Hurricane Idalia is heading towards Florida. And it is really sad to see that the people of Florida have to go through these storms and flooding and lots of other natural disasters. And it's really heartbreaking to see the storm surge and the flooding and the loss of property and widespread property damage and so many other problems. But that is probably part of living near the ocean. No matter where in the world you live, there are natural elements that will affect our lives, and I guess there's no way to escape. Some places have wildfires, other places have hurricanes, and flooding, and in certain areas, like here in Wisconsin where I live, we get days in the winter that are tremendously cold, negative temperature, and it's life-threatening cold. It's extremely cold. And then there are other parts of the world where it gets extremely hot. There's heat wave and it gets dry. So no matter where you live, there will always be natural elements that will cause problems, and it's just part of living on planet Earth. Anyway, I've been following the news from Florida, and I know that people are reportedly being asked to evacuate certain areas, and there is likelihood of power damage. And last I checked, Idalia is a Category 2 hurricane. I don't know if it's going to become Category 3 or whether it's going to be downgraded. I'm not an expert in these matters, but I'm just paying attention to the news. So what I want to tell you all is that we should pray for the safety of the people of Florida. Let's pray. Let's hope that the people of Florida can stay safe and healthy, and that the storm will be over soon. So let's pray for that. Let's pray for people's safety. Okay, my friends. Now let's move on to a different topic, and it's about former President Donald Trump and what happened recently. So you already know that President Trump, he appeared in Fulton County, Georgia for a mugshot, and his mugshot is now circulating on the internet, and people from all over the world can see the mugshot. And let me just give you some update that I was reading from the news, some updates pertaining to Donald Trump's fundraising. Obviously, Donald Trump is running for the office of the president, and reportedly, former President Trump raised more than $9.4 million since his mugshot was taken in Fulton County, Georgia last week. And reportedly, his August fundraising number has crossed $20 million. I wrote a blog post, and it was published on August 27th. If you visit my website, tosifanam.net, you can read my blog post. And in that blog post, I wrote that Donald Trump's mugshot will help increase his popularity. And that is what is happening. The mugshot is helping Donald Trump raise more funds for his campaign. So I will be paying attention to this, and then as I hear more updates, I will be sharing more analysis and more commentary with you. Now let's go back to the presidential debate that I was talking about that took place on August 23rd in Milwaukee. There was a presidential debate, and if you ask anyone, a person might guess that the focus after the debate, the focus of analysis would be on the debate participants and their policy positions. So right after the debate, it is expected that there will be a lot of conversation, lots of analysts and commentators are going to be talking about what happened during the debate, who said what, and how does the policy position of one candidate differ from the policy position of a different candidate. And so, there will be endless conversations about what happened during the debate and what each candidate said on stage. Instead, well, of course, people are talking about the debate, but there is a lot of attention that is going towards Donald Trump and his mugshot. And his popularity is increasing a lot, as I already mentioned. And people love Donald Trump, and that's why he's the front runner in the race for the White House. And so in spite of Donald Trump's absence during the presidential debate that took place in Milwaukee, he is still the front runner, and he's more popular than ever before. Donald Trump did not participate in the debate that took place in Milwaukee. And some people thought that it was a good idea to not participate, and others thought that no, he should have participated. But let's look at what's happening now. The debate is complete, and then we get news about Donald Trump appearing in Fulton County, Georgia, and then his mugshot gets taken, and now it's circulating all over the internet, and that is helping increase his popularity. So Donald Trump, without even participating in the debate, he is still very, very popular and becoming more popular as days go by, and his mugshot is contributing to his popularity. And obviously, I shared with you some of the fundraising numbers that I read in the news. His campaign is getting lots and lots of money since the mugshot was published. And so we will wait and see what happens going forward. I am very interested to hear your thoughts. So go to tossifanam.net, send me a message, let me know what you think. And you can also connect with me on social media. And I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts and comments. So with that, I will conclude today's episode. And I look forward to coming before you with a new episode of Explore and Engage with Anam. Thank you for staying connected.